This is Dr. Troy Fullerton with Bilingual Barrier Busters, and tonight I want to have a little bit of fun talking about linguistic crossover. You know, English is a very widely spoken language, and so is Spanish. At this point, just within recent years, Spanish has outpaced English, being the second most widely spoken language in the world. It used to be English was the second most widely spoken language and Spanish was third. Well, now Spanish is second and English is third. Both of them, however, are outnumbered by far by Mandarin Chinese, but that's another topic. But with English being spoken over such a wide geographical area, and Spanish also being spoken in so many countries over such a broad area, they're both languages that get used by a lot of different countries in a lot of different places. And whenever that happens, when you have the two languages colliding with each other, speakers of one language using the other language or speakers of the other language using the first language in different contexts and in different places, you're always going to have situations where words from one language actually become a part of the other language, at least in slang, regional use, or daily use. Now, we've already seen this in English. You know, the western part of the United States used to belong to Mexico, and prior to that, it belonged to Spain. Well, think about some Western English words used in the United States that obviously came directly from Spanish. The word rodeo. The word rodeo came to us from Spanish. There's a Western slang word for to chat, that is the word palabrate. Well, the Spanish word for word is palabra. They talk about putting people in jail. They might talk about putting them in the juzgado. Well, that came from Spanish juzgado, which in regional Spanish got shortened to juzgado. And so the word literally means judged, but you get the idea. Now, what about going the other way? Well, there are many words in everyday Spanish now, especially there again in regional Spanish, that came directly from English. Words involving construction, words involving auto mechanics, words involving a lot of things just become a part of Spanish. It's fun to run into them, but now here's the interesting thing. Nearly always there is a very reasonable and accessible Spanish word available for all of these things that they're saying by borrowing the English word, but oftentimes they don't even know what those words are because nobody uses them. They just borrow the English. It's fun. Language study is fun.